everybody, welcome back once again to Dailies by Daylight, and we have an interesting one today. I do have a daily stack for once lined up, but we're not going to be doing it today. It's actually a 100% Jeff Johansson stack here, but we'll be doing that hopefully next time, because I have done so much point grinding recently, and I have sunk the vast majority of it almost exclusively into Amanda here, who's gotten some new cosmetics, but I don't currently have the Skrilla to get any of them. I also sunk a bunch into Bubba, our perennial supporter of higher education. He hasn't managed to get terribly much because the blood webs just don't want to give me infectious fright or discordance or, you know, anything new, really, that he could use. So, yeah, Bubba's getting a bit cheesed off about that. But Amanda's gotten a few new tricks. So, as it currently stands, Amanda has, to her, availability, 45 different possible perks from her inventory. There's still more that I haven't maxed out or even just acquired. As we can see, obviously, I haven't maxed out all of the killers or even gotten all of their teachables, but I have gotten a fair few of them, and I've gotten some fun ones from the newer ones. So, what we are going to do is we're going to fill a wheel with all of the perks that Amanda has, and then we're going to spin it 4 times, and get 4 distinct perks, randomly selected, and see just how badly I get screwed over. Because I am still at rank 12. So, let's see how this goes. Spin the wheels. Okay, better or worse, I guess. So we have Overwhelming Presence. Affected survivors' item consumption rates are doubled when they're within your terror radius. Not generally useful, especially on a killer who can completely nullify their terror radius. Shadowborn, 15 degree greater FOV. Not too bad. It's useful. It's not terribly useful, but it's useful. Franklin's Demise. Okay. Any survivor that gets hit drops their item and it loses 10% of its base amount of charges. That's useful. That's particularly useful when you're fighting against groups of survivors that have a large number of items. Generally speaking, it's actually kind of my go-to whenever there's 2 or more items in a given lobby. But by itself, just on the basis that I'm not allowed to pick and choose my perks based on the lobby, that could hamstring me. If none of the survivors bring any kind of item, for instance, that could be a problem. And then we have Barbecue and Chili, which, hey, I might need it after this. So, whenever we hook a survivor, all of a survivor's auras are revealed for 4 seconds when they are further than 40 meters from the hook, which is... I swear that's gone up, because it's been way less useful in more recent games than ever. But each time my survivors hook for the first time, we also gain 25% stackable blood points, up to a maximum of 100, because it's now token-based, which is a bit weird, which means lower tiers of Barbecue and Chili are actually nerfed, whereas tier 3 is perfectly fine. But, yeah. So we've got that. So looking at this build, we are a hunter-killer, I guess, would be a decent way of describing this particular layout of perks. So what we're going to be wanting is some add-ons that help us to find and murder survivors. So we're definitely going to bring our slow-release toxin, so survivors call it reverse bear trap, so from the exhausted states effect, that is to say, tag and release, we're going to find you. And after that, I've never used Jigsaw's sketch. That would reduce their odds of finding the right one from 1 in 4 to 1 in 5. But that is such a niche thing. Another option is we can use that, Interlocking Razor, and Tremendous increase the penalty of failed skill checks on Jigsaw boxes. That's a fairly normal one. Tampered Timer. Obviously, there's utility to be had there. I'm actually going to put a face mask on. To go with survivors caught in a reverse bear trap suffer from the blindness status effect, which means they don't get to see hooks, they don't get to see down survivors, they don't get to see a lot of things, including me if they happen to be using things like Object of Obsession. So Let's see how this goes. Oh, great! A second bloodied Claudette. And a bloodied Nia, who is also bringing a medkit. So, I've got that going for me. In theory, I can just ready up here, because I'm not allowed to change my perks or anything. Oh, and there's a torch now. Of course. Just gonna boot up here. Here we go. Let's do this. Forsaken, not currently packing an item. Bill, now packing an item. Forsaken appears to be a little on the indecisive side. Okay. Lucky Luke. Forsaken. Kindly ready up. But at least there's no torch. Just free med kits. And me without nurses calling or sloppy butcher or anything. Oh boy. There's gonna be peeps I really want to murder here, isn't there? And they are bringing points, 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 points. And also points. Which is me. Yay. The strictly superior event Gato. Now I might note, we've been having a fair few slow loading kind of periods recently. And I don't know exactly what's causing that, if there's been some recent change or anything. But it has therefore resulted in a large number of games recently that have not in fact started. So there's a decent chance that we'll get booted back to the lobby. And I'll have to wait another 10 plus minutes to actually get a stack. So, let's hope that wasn't just long enough for one or more of the survivors to disconnect. Called it! I only wish that we got to know... Oh, DC'd. Okay. A 16 and a 15, okay. Probably a bit too low on the low side to be, like, fighting me. An 11, okay, decent chance. And an 8. Ow. Also, 2 anti-hemorrhagics. So glad that I was packing Franklin's. Borrowed time, decisive, decisive. Oof. Only one self-care, though, which is... Okay, let's try and actually get a game here. Okay, that's a more solid start than we had on the last one. So we have a bloodied Laurie Strode in before she's the obsession, who is bringing a toolbox, and a bot that is bringing a flashlight. Okay, but Claudette's not bringing anything, and Kaya Blue there is not bringing anything either, but appears to have somewhat bad ping. Okay, Franklin's is not quite as useful as it might have been had the previous game occurred. Points, points, and of course, luck, because my offering unbound. But... okay, Rotten Fields. Slightly wish I'd gone for Amanda's letter, but we'll see. Okay, so far, so good. No, like, obsession. So we need to swiftly identify where our friends are attempting to make engineering progress, and swiftly instruct them on the proper means of doing so. Go ahead, drop it. It's better for me when you drop it. Enjoy probably the only time you'll ever get to use that. Okay, well, so I'm guessing we now know what that's, either they just all piled in on this, or a brand new part. Speaking of, hi, not a brand new part, because you indeed still have it. Well, we got the, we got rid of the toolbox. And we also got rid... Oh no, you're going back for it. That was very unwise on both of your parts. And I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that we're very near to the basement. No torches. No torches. Yep, we're right by the basement. But we are also by the pallet door. Yeah, I saw that one coming. That's kind of why I trapped her. But also, you used this and you're only 1 gen in. And the person who did the most work on that categorically has lost their toolbox. So let's just get going on this. Let's get you in here. And of course, the more time they're spending picking each other up, saving each other, the less time they're spending on generators. Haven't been down here for a toy. Okay. There's one over there healing. The one over there by the box is, of course, going to be Laurie, so let's deal with Laurie. Hi. Haven't even stealthed once so far. Now you, young lady, are due a textbook definition of structural applications, otherwise known as giant meat hook to the trapezius. I know you were coming this way. Yeah, there you are. Fine by me. I actually probably didn't need to avoid that blind. I mostly just wanted to try and get as much durability out of that flashlight as possible. Speaking of, goodbye to it. Okay, we're gonna run this. Oh, you're back over here? Hello, Laurie. Thank you. Still on 4 gens, by the way, everybody. If you hadn't quite yet noticed. Good, let's get rid of that. The more we lose, the better for me. Oh, and somebody's actually been working on a generator. Let's just set that back a few years. I say years, I don't exactly have a ruin here, but, you know, a while. I know you came this way. Also, you're bleeding. It's not like you can hide from me too well. Okay, let's go back on a hunt. I was hoping that would give me a bit more vision. Okay. Well, we know they were working over here. They're not healing up. 2 of them are still very much stuck with their traps. Oh, hello. Signs of life. Right behind it. Hi, Claudette. That wouldn't happen to be Miss Rhodes, would it? Fortunately, sneakily getting over it doesn't really stop me from finding it. Okay, there we go, ticking. Taking that. I have no idea which one that is. Hi there. You have other things to deal with, Missy. But seeing as your friend's gotten rid of most of the safety around here, sure, I'll take it. Good lord, your scratch marks just completely vanished. But the flashing light on the back of your head didn't. And there's a hook, right here. Very convenient. Let's find everybody, shall we? Where's your friends? Show me the rest of the class. One there, and everybody else is nearby. Okay. Haven't touched that, though. Ah, hello, Claudette. Really? Definitely making very good use of your camouflage. It was supposed to be slightly awkward to me. Claudettes definitely have camouflage. Okay, bring this back up. Gotcha. And Farpy, show me your peers. One over there, that's gotta be Kaya. And others that are very much still here. And very much running. Hello, Laurie. Now, Laurie, what have I told you about removing your dunce cap before the allotted time period of punishment has expired? Go ahead. Ooh, just giving up? Okay. Don't know what to say to that, but okay. And somewhere on this map there is presumably still a torch. One over there working on a generator, and one over there very much working on getting a hat off. But the one over here that is injured can therefore only be Kaya Blue. Hi there. So they're on 3 gens, they're about to get their third one done. Let's just improve our odds a little bit by getting rid of it. Okay, one healing, one no longer working on a generator. Let's go deal with the one over here that's healing, having just gotten their helmet off. Scratches. Ah, there you are. Okay, Farble. Let's run this loop, shall we? Oh! You should have thrown it a little bit sooner. Now you've already had your hats. In fact, there's only one person here who hasn't had their hat, and ironically it's the bot. For those of you wondering, bots don't actually exist for Dead by Daylight, or at least at the very least, I'm relatively certain that bots don't actually exist for Dead by Daylight. There may as yet be a bot for Dead by Daylight that I'm unaware of, but I would be amazingly, astoundingly surprised. And we know which way they were moving. I don't see any scratch marks. They don't seem to have urban evasion. Because if they did, they'd be crawling and sneaking a lot more than they are. But they are certainly trying to be sneaky. Okay, where was that? That was over there. Yeah. Saw that one coming. And on our left, we have the bot, who has retrieved the flashlight. I'm afraid I'm the one that gets an indicator around here. And that pallet is gone. Destroyed by Claudette. I'm mostly just following the trail here. Because the corn is not your friend. Yeah, that's gone too. And we're on our last map, or last generator rather. Okay, bot, let's get you out of here, shall we? Okay, that's gone. Oof, that's a little bit of a trek. I should have put my trap on you. Oh. Let's find out where they're working. Right over here. Oh, they're both over here as well. come along now. Really wish I had, like, discordance or overcharge or more or less anything, really, to like give me some more information about who's working on gens where. Ah. Oh look, the flashlight that got dropped. Yeah, corn blindness is a thing, everybody. A thing that I very clearly have right now. Scratches, heading this way. Hopefully we don't have the awkward situation where the person I'm trailing is in fact the person that got rescued. It is not! Hello, Laurie, you are dead on hook. And me without any kind of insta-kill. Why don't you be a pal and take me on a tour of the remaining generators? Yeah, balanced landing. Very meta right now, very popular. And now for a tour of used pallets. Let's get rid of you. Bot has healed up, which means bot was not working a generator. Nobody over there. Did knock this player by. Just recently legged it. And we got rid of Claudette, so the stealthiest of their group are gone. Well, I don't know. Bot is actually giving Claudette a little bit of a run for their money in terms of stealth, it has to be said. Where's behind? Nope, okay. Now, if I were them, I'd be working on that much further away one. Because I have by far the longest distance to travel to get to there. Scratches. Oh god, it is still alive. I could have sworn I'd murder you by now. Okay, that puts bot on the other side of the map, most likely. There's no pallets here, Claudette. You've already used them. But sure, please. In your death throes, take me to the other survivor. And hopefully we get there before that pops. It has not been worked on. Interesting. So what has bot been doing this whole time, then? Okay, well that means more likely Claudette was just taking me away from this generator, which indeed does have bot. Right, well Claudette's dead on the ground, unless she happens to have... I can hear you. There you are. Hello. Unless Claudette happens to have Unbreakable, not getting up. Oof, it's quite a sprint. But then we expect that to make. Okay. I mean, as long as I'm chasing you, neither of you's getting a gen done. So there's no real reason for me to do anything but chase at this stage. And of course the primary undeniable reason that I am pursuing and slugging is to get a 4K and not get them, not let them get the hatch. That said though, there you are. know quite why you did that. Made it much more obvious where you are. Okay, let's go for you, because I know Claudette's dead on the hook. Are you gonna burn my time with this? You're not, okay. Now, Claudette is dead on the hook. You are not. Oh, I should have burned off of that if I'd actually gotten rid of it. Bot is definitely not dead on the hook. Okay, Farp, my mistake, Farp, not Farpool, has healed up. But they're way over here. You can most probably find them. And they have stopped running? No, they haven't. Hasn't worked that time, Farpy. Oh, jeez, you're halfway to the hatch. Well, you're halfway to the hook by the time that I finished reloading my swing. Oof. Well, here we go again, folks. The Meg Marathon. But you still don't have... you still don't have Dead Hard, I'm afraid. Oh, I really should be putting my hat on you, shouldn't I? Oh. And that's game and match, everybody. All I have to do now is rediscover the pool of blood leading me to the patch of grass that is Claudette. Ah, your color scheme continues to see here. Okay. I have not the slight foggiest where the hatch is spawned. Maybe I'll get lucky. We'll say more often than not, I don't. So the map is with as much flat floor space as that. I'm not likely to find it. Ah, give him a GG for that. Such good students of engineering. Yeah, there was a brand new part in that. Surprisingly, considering that did not use up the usually the add-on is consumed after use. Okay, right, that's a change that I'd overlooked considering I don't tend to encounter these much. Although that said, I did have a match recently where there were two of them, so... bleh. So let's see, we had Iron Will, Borrowed Time, Live and Will Make It for Kaya Blue. Lumi, which was the Laurie Strode with the toolbox, had Bond, Self-Care, Urban Evasion, Advanced Landing. Glad to have gotten rid of that, especially on a corn map. Oof. Then we had Leader, Botany Knowledge, Self-Care, and Kindred on Farpy. Okay, that explains why you were being so helpful. And for the bot, we had Kindred, Self-Care, Botany Knowledge, and Adrenaline. You don't tend to see Botany Knowledge once, let alone twice in games recently. That's interesting, particularly since neither of them brought a medkit. Which... both of them brought Self-Care, though. It most likely applies to that anyways. But yeah, these two probably would have been the most annoying. Very glad I got rid of those first. And let me know if you want to see more random perk picks. Oh. Catch you all next time.